If you've ever listened to a song, whether it be on Spotify, Apple Music, or even the radio, chances are you know of something known as vocal production. Contrary to popular belief, your favorite artist doesn't just waltz into the studio, do a perfect take their first try, and then ship it off as is. There is a long, tedious, and complicated process going into making those vocals sound radio ready. That can be a little bit mystifying for people. So in this video, I'm just going to simply be showing you the 5 different levels of vocal production, starting off with level 1, the raw sound. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. What you just heard was something that I just recorded about 5 minutes ago. I walked up to my microphone, I turned on the recording, and that is what sound came out. There has been nothing done to the vocal or the instrumental or anything. I didn't even change the volume of either of them. That is just the raw sound as recorded. Then we go on to the second level. The second level is what is known as the gain stage. The gain stage is essentially change how loud or how soft the vocal versus the instrumental is. If you're just like me and you just have the backing track with my vocals, you want to make sure that the vocals aren't getting lost in the backing track, but you also want to make sure that the backing track isn't so quiet that you can't hear it. You want to have a good balance of both. This is what that sounds like. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. Level 3 of vocal production is what is known as mixing. Now, we're not adding any crazy effects to the vocal. That'll come later. Right now, we are simply attempting to make the vocal fit within the backing track outside of just changing the volume levels. We're actually going and manipulating the frequencies of the vocal to make it fit within the backing track and remove any frequencies that we don't want. This is the result that we have. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. And just in case you didn't notice a difference, here's a quick before and after. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. Notice how one doesn't sit and fit into the backing track like a puzzle piece. It's kind of just slapping a voice on top of it. What mixing does, it makes it sound like everything is supposed to be there. Now, finally, we are going on to level 4. Now, level 4 is the most controversial of these methods, but I guarantee you all of your favorite artists are doing it. If we go back to a little bit earlier in the video, you'll notice that I said, contrary to popular belief, your favorite artist doesn't just waltz into the studio, do a perfect take their first try, and then ship it off as is. But on the other extreme, your favorite artist doesn't sit in the studio for days and weeks on end doing millions and millions of takes until they get their one perfect take where they don't make a single mistake. That's just unrealistic. So what they do is they do something called auto-tune. A misconception about auto-tune. Auto-tune is not there to replace talent. It cannot replace talent. You could hand the greatest vocal engineer in the world audio of me going, oh, and he is not going to make it sound like it is a Hollywood produced vocal. It's just gonna sound like auto-tuned garbage. Modern rap. Travis Scott. Anyways, what auto-tune does do, however, is it turns a already sort of good vocal into a great vocal by fixing the little inconsistencies and discrepancies in the recording. And that's what it's there to do. So here's what it sounds like without tuning. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. And this is what it sounds like with tuning. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. Notice how the difference isn't very noticeable, but it's subtle enough to fix the little discrepancies to make it sound more professional. And last but not least, we are on to level 5, polish. Now, what polish is adding effects to the vocal that don't really fundamentally change how the vocal sounds. We're not EQing it. We're not scooping frequencies. We're not changing the notes that I sing. We're just adding a coat of polish on it. Now, think of it like a cake. If you have a cake, the cake is good. The cake is great. It's well baked, it has good ingredients, it was masterfully created, but you don't want a cake without frosting. Now, obviously, if I just handed you a tub of frosting, you would be like, what am I doing with this? Why did you hand me a tub of frosting? Or if I just handed you an unfrosted cake, you would be like, what the heck? Why do I have an unfrosted cake? What is this? But together, if I handed you a well-frosted cake, you'd be like, oh, thanks, bro. This is a great cake. Same thing with vocal production. The cake is the mix, but the frosting on the cake is like effects like reverb or like an aural exciter to bring out some high end, right? And mastering. Mastering is just that final coat of frosting on the entire vocal that turns it from sounding like this. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night. It could happen to you. Into sounding like this. Enjoy. Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night. It could happen to you. Don't count stars or you might stumble. Someone drops a sigh and down you tumble. Keep an eye on spring, run when church bells ring. It could happen to you. All I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened to me. Keep your eye on spring, run when church bells ring. It could happen to you. Zio-doom doom deetin zio, and all I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened. Oh, it happened, and then it happened to me. With all that being said, I would like to thank you all so much for watching this video. This is not my normal style of content. I normally just post a bunch of covers, but I thought that I would make this video to sort of explain a little behind the scenes of how the production process actually is. I'm not a professional producer. I don't claim to be. There's probably some things in there that I'm doing suboptimally that a professional producer would look at me and be like, oh, what are you doing, bro? But I'm doing the best I can. I got about like 8 years of experience with this stuff, and I'm learning as I go along. So, yeah. With all that being said, this has been Jaden, and remember to brush your teeth today, because I know I haven't. Bye-bye.